Okay, so on to the next track in Sammy's Casual Sonic Monster series, man. It's been fantastic so far. We just came off a Sarah McLachlan track that was amazing, had an incredible story. For those of you who are only jumping on now, maybe just go back one or just go back to the very beginning of the series and watch from there. Now, we're moving on to Tool, man. This is called 46 and 2. Very intrigued at finding out what this song is about. That already sounds cryptic, knowing Tool. So I have pulled up some lyrics over here that we will sort of refer to when reacting to, however, like at a point that I feel I should refer to the lyrics. But yeah, let's rock and roll, man. Tool, 46 and 2, man. Let's see what we got over here. Let's go. I like this band's intros though. Like they really sort of like ease you into the track. Essentially. Okay, so he's actually singing over here, but the vocals are so below the instrumentation, it's actually quite hard to listen to. It's quite hard to actually hear the vocals. I mean, I'm just gonna read the lyrics, but the vocals are very low for some odd reason. Maybe it's by design, maybe they're doing it on purpose. Look, I love Tool. From what I've heard of Tool, I mean, I've only reacted to, I don't know, maybe one or two tracks. Their stuff is awesome. I love the fact that there's so much depth to their lyrics, and also their instrumentation is so absolutely pure. But let's just refer to lyrics over here quickly. This over here, so 46 and 2, that's what I'm trying to actually understand what 46 and 2 means. So the lyrics over here is join in mind, join in my child, and listen digging through my old numb shadow. So the shadow is quite a prevalent thing here. He keeps speaking about his shadow, which obviously alludes to his past, alludes to the pain, alludes to something that follows him around wherever he goes. It doesn't actually matter where he turns, there's always his shadow behind him. I've been picking scabs again, so obviously picking stabs, so it's like literally wounds that I've already healed. He's opening them up again. I'm down, digging through my old muscles, looking for a clue. I've been crawling on my belly, clearing out what could have been. I've been wallowing in my own confused and increased delusions for the peace cross over me. So this is a very psychological deep dive, digging deep in introspecting into his like sort of mental state. For peace to cross over me on a word that to guard me, I want to feel the changes coming down. I want to know what I've been hiding in my shadow, in my shadow. So basically it's kind of like, it's like saying the skeleton's in my closet. Changes coming through my shadow shedding skin. I've been picking. I like the whole idea of like shedding skin as if like a snake would shed skin, right? So it's almost like it's basically wants to shed skin in terms of his sins. Like he's always looking for a new him, but every time he creates this new him, he has to shed skin again because that new him sort of sins again. So I really do like that. So that shadow is consistently and always prevalent. Now, connecting that to the 46 and 2, I only have, could mean 3 things. I don't know. 3 things. So 46 and 2 could be that, number one, it either could be his age and then possibly the age that he's approaching. So let's say 46 and then he's coming to 48 and that's why he's sort of introspecting. I'm not sure if that's a thing. It could be 46 and 2 with regards to him, where he keeps referencing his shadow, where he's referencing his old age and his young age. So it's like taking it all the way back to when he was young. So not only is he old, the child still lives within him, and the pain from his childhood still lives within him. So he's 46 and he's 2, right? So the pain from his past still lives within his time right now, in that while he's old, right? And then the other 46 and 2 theory that I have in my head is that he's 46 and lives in 2 worlds, right? So I kind of feel like the shadow is the second part of him, right? So there's him, and then there is the shadow, which is his darker side, right? So I kind of feel like he's living in 2 spaces, which is that devil and angel type thing. So it could be that. I don't know. I mean, Tool can get very cryptic over here, but that over there, we've already gone through those lyrics over there. We'll go through the other ones shortly, what's left of the actual lyrics, but that's my hypothesis so far. Instrumentation is so fun. I really like the instrumentation. I think the instrumentation is so awesome, so creative.
I've been crawling on my belly, clearing out what could have been. I've been wallowing in my own chaotic, insecure delusion. I wanna feel the change consume me, feel the outside and turn it in. I wanna feel the metamorphosis and cleansing I've enjoyed in. My shadow, my shadow, change is coming. Now is my time. Listen to my muscle memory. Contemplate what I'm going to do. 46 and 2 ahead of me.
Fire. I don't want to stop it. Instrumentation so fire. Ooh. really sort of like, it feels, the instrumentation feels chaotic, and it feels kind of like not all the way in sync essentially, but I think that actually plays into the whole style of the song and the lyrics. I feel like it's meant to play there. It meant to feel like there's many different elements that it's kind of mimicking your mind. It's mimicking all of the demons in your mind. It's mimicking the chaotic confusion in your mind. So I think that they're actually playing into that quite cleverly with the instrumentation. But over here, I choose to live, I choose to grow, take and give, and to move, learn and love, to cry, kill and die, to be paranoid, to lie. So again, he's playing into two consistent different aspects over here, right? Which is again playing into the shadow and playing into the darkness and the light, essentially. Be paranoid and to lie, hate and to fear, to do what it takes to move through. Okay, so obviously he's looking for a way out of this. He's looking for a way out of this dark space. I choose to live, I choose to lie, kill and give and to die, learn and love, and to do what it takes to step through. See my shadow changing, stretching up and over me, right? So it almost feels like it's completely and utterly consuming. Soften this old armor. Now, again, if we're playing into the theory of that is the trauma from his childhood, it's kind of like him dealing with that, where it kind of like caresses him. So he accepts that, his childhood was dark, and his traumas from the past was dark, and with it coming up and over him, as opposed to it not being a burden on his, sort of like, it's not always behind him. Everywhere he looks, it's always following him, which is kind of like very unsettling. It's unsettling to think that there's something dark behind you, right? It gives you like a lot of anxiety and things like that. So he actually doesn't want the shadow to be casted behind him. He wants the shadow to cast in front of him and to come up and over him so that he's able to walk through it. That's actually very clever. And stepping through the shadow, coming out on the, I actually said that, walk through it. Stepping through the shadow, coming out the other side, and stepping into the shadow. 46 and 2 are just ahead of me. See, that's where that actually is sort of where it plays. I could also play into 46 and 2 in terms of his age, and it's just about taking 2 steps forward as opposed to taking 2 steps back. The saying that always says, it's 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And I kind of think maybe he's playing into, for the first time in his life, he can actually take 2 steps forward. So he's actually ahead as opposed to being behind. Look, we can play many different hypotheses over here. We can go down many different theories. You'll never sort of really understand unless the artist himself explains it, what the artist actually had in his head. And that's what I love about music like this, is that you can sort of have your own perspective, and it's not right or wrong. It's just completely and utterly up to you at the end of the day. So yeah, 46 and 2 could be, like I say, it could be the age that he's in, and the age that he's approaching. It could be the fact that he is an old man living with childhood traumas, so 46 and his 2-year-old self, or it could be 46 in terms of his age and living in 2 different dimensions in his mind, 2 different worlds in his mind, right? So he's like 2 different people. That's how he feels, which kind of like really does play well into like the I'm this and then I'm that, and then I live and then I die, and then I cry and then I kill, and then I'm paranoid, then I'm this, you know what I mean? So playing into those 2 sort of mindsets. So like there's these 2 different personas in his head, right? Or it could mean 46 and 2 is, and just ahead of me. So it's kind of like 46 and actually finally being able to take 2 steps ahead to get actually out of that shadow that completely sort of encapsulates him and makes him feel that way. I'm not sure, but at least that's from a cursory little listen and read. That's my perspective in it. So let's see. cool. Actually, you know, I really like Tool. Tool really impresses me. I love songs like this where you really have to think, like you have to try and put yourself in the actual artist's mind and try and understand where was he coming from when he was creating this piece, right? I don't know. I could have gone far off left field. I don't know. That was just my interpretation of a first time listen. But I think the song is absolutely fantastic. I love the instrumentation. And now actually after listening to the song where the vocals sound like a bit under in the instrumentation sounds louder, actually plays into the entire concept of it as well, where he feels submissive, and he feels like he's sort of like being put down. He's a bit docile, and he's speaking in whispers because, you know, that's the world, the dark world he lives in, essentially. So he's not out there and being like excessively vocal about it, because that's not how he feels. He feels like it's, you know, chaotic, and he feels like he's sort of retreating into his own space. And the fact that you have to try and listen like closely to him, you know, kind of makes you feel like, you know, shit, I really want to hear him out. And it gives you that kind of connection where it's like, you know, it's almost like he doesn't want to talk, but he wants to talk, right? So he's kind of like almost making it seem like he's mumbling under his breath as somebody who really struggles to come out with their demons and really struggles to talk. I'm not entirely sure if that's the design, if that was by design, if they did it on purpose, but that's just me sort of like spitballing in my own head. You guys let me know what you think down below, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace!